the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Tang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah!
What is up? I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number 127. We got a lot to get to. Last week we didn't get a chance to talk about the Kylie Jenner and Snapchat saga and her tanking their stocks because that happened after our last show last week. We got some other... The West are getting ready to take on the Jenners and Kardashians. We're going to get to that. We got some more Black Panther updates, a little bit of Olympic, little recap. We got a busy show. We got The Walking Dead also, which I want to touch on real quick. We're not going to give you any spoilers, just because it is only like 12 hours later, not even right now.
As in, I don't believe in sharing spoilers. Not
Yeah,
that I don't believe that a spoiler is possible. Sorry, I just want to clarify that for the people.
And I'm not going to give you any details on the episode that occurred last night, but...
Just some quick thoughts.
Yeah,
Bullet
Walking
points?
Dead, talk about being dead watching it.
Oh, okay, well, you just gave that away.
I killed myself.
Are we talking about that right now? We might as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I wasn't that impressed by the season premiere.
It was
pretty
too
much.
long. It was one of those hour-and-a-half long episodes, and it was, like, mostly padded with commercials.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. We could talk about it later in the week or whatever, but my hot take right now is that I wasn't a fan of it.
I wasn't engaged. I wasn't either. So
I was dead during it.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, me matey. So Kylie, we'll talk about this real quick. We'll get into it because it's a little... Kylie Jenner tweeted last week about Snapchat, how she doesn't even open the app anymore. She went on to say, like...
am I the only one who never opens Snapchat anymore? Ugh, this is so sad, or something like that. That was like the...
I'm trying to... I think I have... Oh, great. I have the tweet right here. So she... So does anyone else... Okay, we did kind of touch on this last week, now that I remember it, because I remember I brought up the tweet.
You touched on the tweet when it happened on Thursday, but then the next day was when the big news broke.
Because we were like, oh, look, this tweet about Snapchat had way more likes and favorites than her tweet about her baby.
Correct.
And
which was surprising, sort of, at that point.
So that tweet said, so does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore, or is it just me? Oh, this is so sad. Now, that tweet right there allegedly caused Snapchat's stock to tank. Like $1.3 billion they lost in 24 hours after that tweet went out. Now, you can't really say for sure that it was Kylie, but where else would you go back to trace that big of a thought?
Glad you asked. I will tell you, the fact that everyone hates the Snapchat update. I was actually thinking about this. I was kind of going into this a little bit on my Daily Dish live stream on Friday. So... the way Snapchat's laid out here, I'll open it up for you. The way Snapchat is laid out now, all of your important stuff is on this tab, whereas the stories used to be over here.
Yes.
Over here now, this is all the sponsored
Community.
content. All of the stuff that, people are paying to put into Snapchat. And guess what you don't need to ever open up anymore when everything else is all in a different tab?
Tell me.
All the sponsored paid content. So people are not looking at this stuff. They don't care about it. Like when the stories, when that used to be below the stories, I used to occasionally see some headline that I was interested in and click on something and watch it for a little bit. But now I don't ever open up that tab anymore. There's no reason to.
Ever.
The Snapchat update, okay, I will say it's not as bad as people are making out to be, but it was unnecessary. It is bad. Everybody hates it. So I'm sure Kylie Jenner tweeting about that had something to do with the Snapchat's market value going down, but I'm not going to give her credit for tanking it by $1.3 billion. That's a little bit ludicrous.
Well, what I will say is that I don't think the update caused it to drop because we've seen updates on other social platforms before and they weren't affected like this. I will say that I do think Snapchat is in a very shaky grounds right now, and I don't think people were too happy with the updates, but I do think that this tweet is what put it over the edge, because who's the people that are really, really fully engaged in the Snapchat is the younger people that are around Kylie Jenner's age.
No, that's what I'm saying.
If those type of people aren't going to be on those platforms anymore, then they're not going to be there.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They didn't need her to tell them that. They were already not doing it.
But that was the nail in the coffin.
Right, sure, yeah. We'll give her a $0.3 billion nail, not a $1 billion nail.
I think it's a $1 billion.
We'll give her the
net.
hammer stroke that drove the last point.
That was a powerful tweet.
Yeah, I think that's generous. I think that's real generous.
In the words of Daryl, strong.
All right. Yes.
All right. So the West are getting ready to take on the Jenners and the Kardashians on an upcoming episode of Family Feud.
Celebrity Family Feud.
Break it down for them.
So Kris Jenner and the rest of the Kardashians are going up against Kim, Kanye, and some members of Kanye's family who we don't really know because they're Kanye's family. The people that are going to be on...
Do you think his cousin that stole his laptop, that had him doing dirty deeds on it, that he had to pay his cousin to get that laptop back from, that he talks about on that song 30 Hours on The Life of Pablo, will be on the panel?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
But if all those details are accurate.
Well, on 30 Hours, that's what he raps about. So
it was originally supposed to be the Kardashians versus the Hiltons, but the Hiltons backed out for an undisclosed reason at the last minute, so they got the West family, which is like infinitely more interesting to me. You get the people who helped form Kanye into what he is today, and I would love to see them playing Family Feud against the Kardashians with Steve Harvey. That sounds like it's going to be hilarious. I think this is going to be airing this summer on ABC. They don't have a date set yet, but so it's going to be on the Kardashian team, Kris Jenner plus Khloe, Kendall, and Grandma Mary Jo Campbell, who is 83 years old and apparently more of an asset to the team than Kourtney and Kylie, who did not make the cut. So Kylie and all of her Twitter power, not good enough at Family Feud to play against Kim, Kanye, and the rest of the West clan.
I like the fact that Kendall's on it because I think Kendall might be my favorite of the Jenners and the Kardashian family because
Mine too.
she keeps quiet.
And she's the most attractive one.
In my opinion,
So,
she is as well.
Yeah.
I also read the story that Kourtney is only 97 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I did see a headline about that. That sounds dangerous. Don't snap yourself in half.
Yeah, that sounds a little too little right there. So that's that with their that little bit of. Oh yeah, and then the whole Black China thing, that saga continues on. She's still claiming she didn't put out that tape. So, I mean, the relationships within the Jenner family is going to be interesting. And it'll be interesting to see if, in Celebrity Feud, if they bring up, like, relationships, like, oh, who dated who at this time, and blah,
And
blah,
speaking
blah.
of celebrities and relationships and feuds and reunions,
Right?
Demi Lovato was spotted out with Wilmer
We're not talking
Valderrama.
about this. We're not.
Why not?
Because we're not going to talk.
This is big news.
No, we're not going to give this relationship any light. No.
Why? Why aren't we going to give... Is this not important enough? Is this not culturally relevant enough for you? Demi Lovato dating Fez from That 70s Show? Because what else has he ever done?
I don't care about it. Because that should be me, Demi. It should be me, not Fez, not Wilbur.
Wilmer.
What's his name? Wilmer. Not him. This is so stupid. Anyways, like, I don't think he's good for her. I think he's a weirdo.
I agree.
Okay, go ahead. You say what you want.
Well, no, you go ahead. You go ahead, because we can wrap it up with what I have to say and then ship it on to the next topic.
All right, so back when Demi was having her very low point in her life and, like, she was doing a lot of drugs and all that stuff, like, wasn't she with Wilmer?
Yeah. When he was like 30-something and she was like 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't think he's the right person for her. I really don't. I think that he influenced her to go down the path and open up that whole... I don't know. I'm saying I think he influenced her to go down that path and to get into drugs and to get even deeper into depression because I don't think he was a healthy relationship or a healthy boyfriend for her.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't excuse me. I don't really care much for the guy. Now, I don't know him personally, obviously. I don't really know much about him, but he just gives off a sketchy vibe. He just looks like kind of a scumbag to me. And they dated for 6 years. They broke up. They got back together. They broke up again for good in June of 2016. Now it looks like, and again, this is just a rumor. They got some guacamole together, so they could be just a friendly catch-up session.
No. That's scary business.
But see, she did do a documentary in 2016 where she said that she wasn't sure of her decision to break up with him and that her art will always be with him. What do you think? Do you ship Demi Lovato and Wilmer Valderrama, G-Dog?
Do I what?
Do you ship them? Do you think that Demi and Wilmer should be a couple? Should they get back together?
No.
See, thank you.
And why is that?
He was bad for her, right?
Yeah, I mean, she needs to have somebody that's a free spirit, somebody that can, be more of, on tune with who she is, because she's, she needs somebody that's going to be like very supportive, and he's not. He's a total man whore.
And like I was just saying, he was around during her whole like huge depression and drugs saga and all that. I don't think he's the healthiest choice.
She's cleaned herself up, since she got rid of him.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go back? It's like the best summer ever. You don't want to go back.
No, you want to keep moving forward.
G-Dog tossing the bars out.
You don't want to like go back to a situation that you thought was good, really, when it wasn't, because you were a mess for like 3 months afterwards.
I was not a mess.
Finally starting to be the Billy the Kid of
You
old.
can watch the Cubicle shows.
He broke down and cried, on 8 episodes?
It's like
it's not bad. It's like 2 weeks worth.
When you're like, in like 9th grade and you make a mixtape. That was Billy the Kid back in September. He made his own mixtape to get through the weeks. He was like,
"Oh, I thought you meant like a rap mixtape. Like I put together my fire mixtape and I sent it out.
All those slow songs that make you tear up because
you put the acoustic versions on it, not the other versions, all that."
He found some like ballad from Mariah K back in the day, and he like teared up.
Oh, John. All right. Anyway, as we were saying before G-Dog stopped by, my theory is this. So we've got Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth getting back together. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber getting back together. They say that celebrities die in threes. Do celebrity couples get back together in
resurrection.
Threes? Is this the third celebrity couple?
I hope not.
All right, we can move on from this one. I really hope not.
All right, so quick update on the Black Panther stuff.
All right, so Black Panther was number one for its second week in a row. Made $108 million, which makes it the second biggest second week ever, behind Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which was also the biggest first week ever. So Black Panther had the second biggest first week and the second biggest second week. The only movie that's beaten it in both categories is Star Wars. It could become the biggest Marvel film in history. It needs to beat $624 million, which the Avengers made in its domestic run. But considering Black Panther has already made $400 million in its first 2 weeks,
I
think it probably will. Also, the soundtrack is still number one. Migos Culture 2 is number 2. And my favorite thing about this is that the soundtrack to The Greatest Showman is number 3. So we got Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum with Zac Efron and Zendaya, and they're all hanging out there with like Kendrick and Migos and like all of these.
I hate your
all of these hip hop like all stars, and then Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, freaking P.T. Barnum. It's so good.
The Marvel conspiracy continues on, because how come a formal Marvel character is now in the top 3 on the Billboard charts? Once again, proving that Marvel and Disney's pulling the strings behind the counter, making what they want to be up there. They say Hugh Jackman, it's relevant to Black Panther because it's Marvel. So I just want to put that out there.
Hey, sure.
Right, anyway, so today you just brought on real quick. We didn't have a chance to upload a picture, but 3 years ago that dress came out of what color it was.
That was 3 years ago today when my life changed forever.
Well, the new one is, how many legs does she have? How many do you see there?
I see 2 because I see a foot stick. Oh,
That's
we're
a
saying
foot.
It could just be the shoe in the back.
Nah,
I think her legs are spread. I think that's 2 legs.
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
That's what Bill said. That's a soundbite.
I wouldn't even realize what I was saying until everybody started laughing.
So go to our Twitter, or what's this, Instagram, at Jams963, and let us know how many legs you think she has right there. As of right now, most people are saying 1 leg. Quite a few comments.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Where's her other leg?
It disappeared.
Does she does not have one?
Well, not everybody has
she
2
hopping
legs,
on 1
though.
foot?
Possibly. You don't know about that.
No.
All right, so let's get the final Olympic update before we get into our meme Monday and close out the first show of the week.
Here we go. We're going to read off ooh, that sounds cool. Last night the closing ceremonies aired. Norway took the most medals home, highest medal count with 39, which broke the record that we set at the 2010 Winter Olympics with 37. So Germany was in second place with 31. Canada had 29. They beat us, which left us in fourth place with 23. 9 gold, 8 silver, 6 bronze. But don't forget, even though Canada beat us in total medals, we beat them at hockey from our women and our men's curling team took them to Upset City to go to the gold medal game against Sweden, where they won. And apparently the Simpsons predicted this back in 2010.
Yeah, I saw a picture of
that
it.
we would beat Sweden for the gold medal in curling.
Seems like two things always predict correctly: The Simpsons and balloon pop.
True. Plus, we did make some history in other areas as well. We had Lindsey Vonn was the oldest woman to ever medal in alpine skiing at the Olympics at age 33, and Chloe Kim and Red Gerard, snowboarders, are both 17 years old, and they were the first athletes born in the 21st century to win golds at the Olympics.
Oh wow!
So that's pretty much what happened, and now they're over, and we won't talk about them for another couple of years.
Before we disappear from the Olympics right now, we are going to play this clip that we have on our Facebook page that we put together last week. Me and Bill realized that the woman that got the winning goal, what's her name?
Jocelyn Lemereau.
Jocelyn, she did the freaking triple deke in the shootout to win the gold for Team USA. Here's the little thing we put together of it.
1, 2, 3, triple deke. Take the best shot.
Balls apiece in the shootout. Lamoureux moving in on Zavadas. She dekes, scores!
Oh, so good. Damn, Bill. All right, here comes the best part. One of the best parts. Right there.
That took some fancy editing.
Oh, man. So that's one of the things that we put together on Friday or Thursday. We're like, yeah, this is glorious here.
Spent like an hour on that.
Yeah.
So
it was worth it,
hope
though.
you enjoyed it. Yeah, the triple deke for the win. Because as concerning Canada's hockey skills, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Ooh, it's getting hard.
Okay, it's Meme Monday, so we're going to break down a couple of our favorite memes from this past week since last Meme Monday. I'll get mine started with this. Me this summer, if I don't get my stuff together.
You didn't bleep it.
Oh,
you didn't
well.
censor it.
Oh, well, I didn't censor it, but you know who actually swore on the show?
John and Stephanie.
Yeah, so close enough. Well, anyways, we'll pretend that's not there. And yes, this is...
I like how you're putting the mouse cursor over it as though they can see the mouse
You
cursor.
can't even see the mouse cursor.
Oh,
well, anyways,
man.
this is real life for me because I do need to start getting my stuff together because I am not the healthiest that I've been, and just thinking about working out makes my whole body hurt. It's like a full body workout thinking about it. All right, Bill, so what's your meme here?
All right, hit him with the meme. Oh, look at this. This is so true. Just look at the truth. This is almost a stay woke moment here. The guys' night out versus the girls' night out. You freaking, there we go. All right, so the girls up here, look at this. They're wasted. They're passed out. They're laying in the tub, puking in the toilet. And the guys are just having a wholesome night of prayer together. It's basically how it goes. When you get the woo girls together and they're like, and then the guys, they just chill. They just chill and they just do clean things.
See, that's the thing. It's like, oh, the guys are always out there doing. Listen,
it's actually the reverse.
Guys don't cheat. Guys are good. Yeah.
See, that's why I just want to bolster this because I'm not actually joking right now. That's actually how it goes. Scott might be joking, but I'm not.
All right, so with that being said, the Cubicle Show, you can catch us Monday through Thursday at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
1. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. Cubicle Show. We just got 1. Boy.